How does the cardiovascular system work? In what cases is it necessary to cleanse the vessels? What does vascular clogging mean? What vessels are most often affected and how is it manifested? How to prepare an effective vascular remedy? And what is citrus honey capable of? What are the contraindications to its use? Watch the video to the end to find out when it's time to clean the vessels and how to prepare a tasty, effective remedy. Before we start watching, we want to greet everyone and invite everyone to subscribe to the channel. Our channel was created to maintain your health. Come and see. The cardiovascular system determines the movement of blood throughout the body. This is a global network of communicating informations through which there is movement and delivery of nutrients, energy, oxygen to each cell, and the removal of toxic metabolic products and carbon dioxide from cells. How does the cardiovascular system works? The entire cardiovascular system, with well-coordinated work, maintains the homeostasis of the human body, leads to an effective metabolism, due to which the activity of all organs and systems is supported. It is the vessels that determine the level of cell activity. The cardiovascular system is closed, that is, the blood never leaves its bed. It begins with the heart, a muscular organ that ensures the movement of blood. An aorta leaves the heart, which passes into arteries of a small diameter, spreading throughout the body, reaching each cell already in the form of arterioles, and then capillaries, which pass into venules, and then veins, and they are already carrying blood back to the heart. The work of the cardiovascular system is carried out cyclically. Blood moves through the large and small circles of blood circulation. The cycle begins with the contraction of the left ventricle, which pushes blood into the aorta, passing throughout all organs and tissues. The blood returns to the right parts of the heart, from which it passes into the lungs, where it is enriched with oxygen and again enters the left parts, starting a new cycle. If the vessels are not changed, their walls are elastic, the inner shell, intima, is clean. There are no overlaps on it, then the whole system works flawlessly. When atherosclerotic deposits appear inside the vessels, their lumen narrows, which leads to a slowdown in blood flow, blood thickening. There is a predisposition to the formation of blood clots, and then health problems arise. Cardiovascular failure develops. There is a threat of a heart attack or stroke, and if the lower extremities are affected, then dry gangrene. The appearance of overlays in the vessels, a change in the properties of the vascular wall, is called vascular contamination. The condition requires cleansing the body, removing toxins and slags, stimulating muscle layers in the vascular wall. In what cases is it necessary to cleanse the vessels? Slagging of blood vessels can occur as a result of exposure to the following factors: metabolic disorders resulting from severe infectious diseases, in which there is a pronounced intoxication of the body. DIC syndrome develops. Disseminated intravascular coagulation, when blood vessels and blood flow at the capillary level suffer. The accumulation of a large amount of cholesterol in the body in case of violations in the liver, where the formation and destruction of this substance occurs. Hepatitis and cirrhosis of any origin, viral, toxic, cardiac. Fatty hepatosis leads to this. An increase in the level of calcium in the blood, which may be a consequence of renal failure occurring against the background of intoxication, bacterial, toxic substances, alcohol, or an inflammatory process directly in the kidney tissues, glomerulonephritis. The predispositing factors leading to the possibility of the appearance of vascular changes are infectious and chronic inflammatory diseases, improper nutrition, consumption of large amounts of high-calorie fatty foods, insufficient consumption of plain water in volume, high blood pressure, metabolic syndrome and diabetes mellitus, bad habits, smoking, alcohol abuse, taking drugs, certain medications, restriction of physical activity, physical inactivity. In the presence of such factors, after past illness, errors in nutrition, prolonged forced stay in the absence of the ability to actively moving, driving sedentary work, it is necessary to think about what should be done to cleanse blood vessels, stabilize blood flow. What does vascular clogging mean? Clogged blood vessels. This means the following: slowing down of blood flow, which can result from a decrease in the volume of circulating blood during blood loss, bleeding, injury. Dehydration, loss of fluid with diarrhea or intense sweating. Decrease in elasticity and elasticity of blood vessels against the background of chronic intoxication, smoking, hypertension, insufficient excretory activity of the kidneys and intestines, hypervitaminosis. A tendency to thrombosis formation arising under the influence of various foreign proteins, antigens with a high level of blood coagulation factors, which occurs with an imbalance in the diet. Deposition on the walls of blood vessels of cholesterol, namely low-density lipoprotein (LDL), which forms atherosclerotic plaques. Vascular calcification, deposition in the walls of calcium resulting from metabolic disturbances in hypercalcemia, leading to a violation not only of the patency of the affected vessel but also to the loss of its elasticity walls, which means the possibility at any time to lead to a rupture of a vessel or the formation of a thrombosis at the site. Clogging of blood vessels is manifested by symptoms, disturbances in the work of the organ concerned. What vessels are most often affected? Any vessels can be affected by atherosclerosis, and if this is a common process, then they speak of generalized atherosclerosis. Among the organs, the most significant damage to the following vessels. Vessels supplying blood to the heart muscle. When there is a violation of cardiac blood flow, then angina attacks, pain in the heart develop, the correct heart rhythm is disturbed, heart failure develops, shortness of breath and edema appears, tachycardia occurs, the formation of ischemic foci is possible, then there is a development of a heart attack. Vessels of the brain suffer quite often. This is manifested by a violation in the performance of brain cells, the developments of mental abnormalities, poor memory, the formation of paresis and paralysis, the formation of a stroke. The vessels of the lower extremities are narrowed as a result of clogging. Clinical symptoms in this case will be the appearance of pain in the legs, aggravated by walking and physical exertion, a violation of the conditioned skin on the legs and feet, dryness, pigmentation, thinning, a feeling of awkwardness when walking, stiffness in the muscles of legs, tingling and the numbness in the feet, especially in the fingers, cold extremities, increased chillness of the legs. The renal vessels suffer much less often, but still this happens, which leads to persistent renal hypertension, the formation of sclerosis of renal function units, renal glomeruli, renal failure, in which the level of creatinine and urea, toxins, which must be excreted through kidneys, vessels feeding the auditory nerve, resulting in otosclerosis and deafness. To improve the condition of blood vessels, you should change your lifestyle, eat right, move more. These are two important postulates that must be fulfilled in order for the entire body, and first of all the vessels, to be in order. In addition to this, it is possible to use agents that have a positive effect on blood vessels, for example, citrus honey. How to prepare an effective vascular cleanser? To prepare a tasty and healthy potion, you need to take 2 pieces of medium-sized orange and lemon. Be sure to rinse them under running water before using them. Hold them in cold water for half an hour to free the peel from the substances that are used to process fruits to preserve their quality during transportation. Then, together with the zest, cut into several frequent so that you can remove the bones and turn throughout the meat grinder. Add 2 tablespoons, 40 grams of liquid flour honey to the resulting gruel. Stir, transfer to a glass jar, and refrigerate. After 12 hours, you can already use an excellent tool for maintaining and cleansing blood vessels. Take 2 small spoons before meals 3 times a day for 30 days. You can repeat this cleansing every 3 months if there are no contraindications, allergies, and diabetes mellitus. If we disassemble the composition of the received funds, then its action is determined by the following properties of the products included in it. Lemons contain a high concentration of ascorbic and citric acids, essential oils, and pectins, which scrub free radicals and toxins from the body, break down cholesterol and neutralize calcium. The beneficial properties of lemon allow it to improve the condition of the vascular wall, stimulate the elimination of toxins, which is important for the state of blood vessels. Also, the use of lemon helps to thin the blood, improve its fluidity, and reduce the viscosity. Oranges contain vitamins, simple sugars, and dietary fiber. They have a fairly high content of potassium, which helps to the heart and blood vessels. Thus, the orange removes the waste of biochemical reactions, improves the elasticity of the vascular walls, and nourishes the cells of the inner lining of the vessels. It also contains hesperidin, which lowers blood pressure. It is an active antioxidant that purifies the blood and means and vessels. Oranges are also highly effective in lowering bad cholesterol levels and even influence biochemical reactions in fat metabolism. Honey contains an unprecedented amount of nutrients. It contains all the essential amino acids that support and repair the walls of blood vessels. The abundance of polyphenols, antioxidants, helps to get rid of free radicals and other harmful antigens. What is citrus honey capable of? The useful agent obtained in this way, which some call citrus honey, has not only a cleansing effect on blood vessels, its use to lead to the following positive changes in the body. Prevention of infectious diseases as it increases immunity, stimulates the work of the digestive system, increases the ability of the bronchi to secrete phlegm, cleaning the walls, accelerates metabolism, which promotes cell rejuvenation, prevents the development of chronic inflammation, has a beneficial effect on the nervous system. The use of a mixture of their citrus fruits and honey increases vitality, improves efficiency, and activates mental activity. Is it always and can everyone use this tool? What are the contraindications to its use? You should not cleanse the vessels in this way if there is a tendency to allergic reactions, since all the substances that make up the substance are quite strong allergens. In the presence of severe cardiovascular failure, if diseases of the digestive system have worsened, pancreatitis, gastritis, colitis, cholecystitis. There are symptoms of impaired renal function, with a tendency to bleeding. If there are no contraindications, there is a need to improve the body, stimulate all its functions, increase metabolic activity. Then by all means use a combination of 2 citrus fruits and honey. Within a week, you will feel much better, you will have strength, your mood will improve, you will be able to work more actively, and you will start to be in time everywhere.